Virgo, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Virgo, I'm going to be doing your twin flame reading for the end of November, and this is a general reading. So it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, dear Virgo, leashes, I'm going to serve the leash. In this reading, I'm going to take a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify the main challenge and get some final advice for you. I will also close off with the relationship advice from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Now, dear Virgo, if you're watching this and you know that you're on a twin flame journey, if you know, you already know. It's one of the most intense and toughest journeys to actually be on. So I'm sending you a big hugs if it's been very challenging for you. Let's see what's going on for you, dear Virgo. And I want to thank you all for all your beautiful words and gifts and support and everything. I see you in the comments and I greatly appreciate you. So let's get into your reading and see what's going on. Some of you are dealing with somebody who had a beard or who had a tattoo, age difference as well. So your challenge here between you and your twin flame is the Seven of Swords, dear Virgo. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Wands. Your challenge here has a lot to do with your twin flame, specifically this person that you're in separation from. I think trust issues were the biggest thing. Okay, trust issues, Seven of Swords. Maybe you're feeling that your twin flame was hiding something from you. If this twin flame of yours, I'm going to say your person, okay, your person was hiding something from you, and you know, you would want to be back with this person, but I feel like that in the present moment, you are very disappointed over the fact that the way that things ended between you and them. Reconciliation is on your mind in the present moment, but there is definitely big burning questions that you have over your mind. We're going to clarify this shortly in a moment. In the recent past, dear Virgo, you have the Nine of Cups, the Magician, and the Fool. So in the recent past, it looks like that there was a brand new beginning here that was manifested. You might have dealt with an Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, could be any other sign. A brand new beginning here where, you know, things were just moving very well. Okay, things were going very well between you and this person. A lot of happiness. I feel like you felt really content and very satisfied with your twin flame when you met them. Definitely a lot of mirroring going on. I feel like that this was a completely different journey for you when you entered as with the Fool here, because the twin flame journey, when you enter into that, it becomes very intense. The highs and lows are very obvious. We're going to clarify this shortly. Now, in the present moment, you have the Three of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords, excuse me. So for many of you, there is definitely a a lot of pain going on for a lot of you, what you are experiencing. You would want to have a reconciliation with this person, but right now with the King of Pentacles, looking into the Ten of Swords, this is telling me that you're looking into your pain, you're facing your pain, you're realizing that the way that this situation ended between you and them was very painful, and you would want to reconcile, but I think you're still processing with what happened between you and your twin flame. We're going to clarify this shortly. In the near future, you have the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. So in the near future, I do see here an offer coming in, possibly from your twin flame, a confession coming in. The reason why this twin flame of yours may want to come towards you and make an offer is because they see you disconnecting and walking away with the Eight of Cups. They see you kind of being in this place of, you know, doing your own thing, and just you're very disappointed. And when a Virgo gets disappointed, it's, you know, it's difficult and it's challenging. And when a Virgo's trust is, you know, kind of tested, and you don't have, you know, Virgo, you're ruled by your intestines, right? In astrology, your physical part. So you always gotta trust your gut. You always gotta trust your gut. I have so many like amazing Virgos in my life. A best friend of mine, I always tell him, he's like always like, Arman, I knew it from my gut. I'm like, I know, you're telling me I knew it in my gut, or I can feel something is off about specific situation in their life. And I'm like, because you know, you're a Virgo, you know, you're an alchemist also. So, you know, you gotta trust your spiritual insight and intuition, okay? Divas. So let's clarify and see what is this challenge. Now, the Seven of Swords here for you, which is the challenge. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. So it's clarified by the Sun. Some of you are dealing with the Leo, the Page of Pentacles, and the Hierophant, or a Taurus could be. I think you might feel like this person is still hiding something from you, okay? There is something here that you feel like maybe your twin flame is holding back or was holding back. And a lot of you, you know, when it comes to marriage and commitment, you either want to marry this person or you see yourself having a brand new beginning. But there is something here that you don't feel like, you know, it's the right time now either. This could also mean for many of you with the Seven of Swords, we don't always have to, like, there is no negative connotations in tarot. You know what I mean? It's just that it's the lessons that are coming up. That's what the energy that I'm picking up on is a lot of you just feel like the time is not quite right yet, but the time is going to come forward to you. But there is also a lot of questions that you have on your mind. Is this person really going to commit to me solidly? Are they going to be really, really full force, be invested into this relationship? The Hierophant, dear Virgo, does talk about that level of commitment in a relationship and, you know, just really creating some sort of a strong union, okay, between you and them. Your person also might be going through some stuff in there. I feel like you might have dealt with the person who was an ex-military, who was in the army or something about the army. That's what I'm picking up on energetically. Okay, somebody here has a little long hair, blonde, dirty blonde hair. For some of you, this person could have like a full-on beard or some sort of a facial hair, features tattoos as well. Now, in the recent past, you have the Nine of Cups, clarified by the Four of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Wands. In the recent past, I do see here, you know, a lot of you being very happy with this person. Brand new beginning, fresh start. When you met your twin flame, you knew that they were the person. You knew that they were like part of your soul. You recognize that, okay? But I'm also getting here in the recent past, when you enter into this twin flame journey, you notice that this twin flame of yours, all of a sudden, they started kind of being very much closed off towards you with the Four of Cups. And the reason why they were being closed off is because your twin flame is someone that came from either from a different, completely different family dynamic and background and status or culture, that they had a lot of baggages with them, a lot of luggages, a lot of things from the past that really, you know, affected them, that really created, their patterns followed them, okay? So in the recent past, let's talk about the Magician. Some of you also might have felt like that there was some sort of subliminal or subtle manipulation going on, because sometimes the Magician doesn't always mean manifestation. The Magician is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Hanged Man. A lot of you were really pausing and reflecting, okay, when it came to this person. This person might have chosen career over relationship, but I'm also seeing here you realizing that when you enter into this twin flame relationship, this connection specifically, right? The twin flame is someone that mirrors things back to you. I feel like both of you had something very similar, and it's the drive, it's the passion, it's the desire for success, it's the desire for becoming the best version, right? Virgos always tend to be like, do everything within the best of their ability and even exceed their own expectations. So for many of you, I do see here your world turning upside down. A lot of spiritual awakening. You walked right into a spiritual awakening when you met this person, or, you know, there was definitely a very spiritual connection between you and this person. Let's talk about the Fool. I do see here you having brand new beginnings with your twin flame like multiple times. It's clarified by the Four of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Page of Swords, and the Justice at the bottom of the deck, Libra energy. There might have been even some legal matters involved, but I feel like that in the recent past, you really went after this relationship, try to save this marriage, try to save this connection, this relationship. For a lot of you, I do see here you recognizing that you were dealing with somebody that was very avoidant and closed off. And interestingly enough, dear Virgo, with the Four of Pentacles, it's just been showing up as someone that's very closed off. It's been showing up as somebody that is like hiding something, and maybe you felt like that there were other things that were happening in the background, and you kept questioning and you tried to really understand deeply and disentangle. What was it that this person was hiding from you? What is it that you really needed to know and they were supposed to tell you and they did not? Okay, so let's clarify the Three of Cups for you in the present moment. Definitely a strong desire here for reunion. The Three of Cups is clarified by the Star, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Wands, and the World. Something here is close enough for you in the present moment. I think that what's close enough is your energy shifting from being a chaser to being very neutral. And that's a big win, because a lot of times what happens in the twin flame journey is, with the Knight of Swords, you're constantly chasing and they're running away. The more you chase, the faster they run away, the further they run away. And I feel like that you have realized that the best thing that you can do is just to pull your energy back to yourself. And dear Virgo, I know that you hold yourself up at a very high level and status, respectfully. And I like that about you. And I'm not saying that you are chasing, like literally chasing this person down the street or into their home, but this has a lot to do with energetic chasing. Energetically, you're disconnecting and pulling your energy back to yourself, and you are not trying to force anything. You're trying to allow your twin flame to really heal at their own pace with the Star, because this is about healing. This is about really realizing what is it that needs to change in this person's subconscious mind, in their consciousness as well. So that whole cycle of you chasing, going after this person, being very on and off, and really having these emotional roller coasters, also realizing that you dealt with somebody who kind of may come across as having this Emperor energy, being a little bit rigid, that's coming to an end. So you're actually focused right now into, okay, I'm grounding myself, I'm healing myself. There is this pain, there is this situation here that I'm being faced with, and how can I deal with that? King of Pentacles, which is you, is clarified by the Two of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Hermit. It's exactly, literally what I was just saying within my words. And you have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That is you, dear Virgo. Okay, so for many of you, I do see here you... Not a surprise, is the Hermit, okay, holding the lantern and shedding light onto the Eight of Swords. You are definitely doing this internal work, trying to understand what is it that's keeping me tied up to my twin flame. Obviously, it's a twin flame journey, but I always will mention that everyone has a free will. Everyone makes their own decisions based on what's best for them, right? And we should always be very considerate. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Everyone makes their own decisions. I do see here you becoming very aware. Awareness is key, okay? Your consciousness is changing. You're becoming this, you already are the Hermit how many times, but you're becoming this master of, the lessons that you have maybe missed out in the past, or maybe some things were just way too much in the past to deal with. You're taking a pause right now, and you're ending the year, ending the month especially, with this important realization of why did this pain has been following you throughout this whole time. And the twin flame journey can be extremely excruciating and difficult and very debilitating, but at the same time also it allows us to really, really learn and to heal internally. When you internally heal and you become a leader internally and you become this healed version, you become healed person. Heal people, right? So for a lot of you, you are doing the right thing, dear Virgo. I don't see you going out there, putting yourself out there and trying to do other stuff. You're healing yourself. So the Ten of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. A lot of you are also overcoming this, nightly sleeplessness. That cycle is going to come to an end for many of you with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. I feel like a lot of you are recognizing and being able, you're really identifying on what is it that you want to have with this person. And what you want to have with this person, dear Virgo, is actually family. For some of you, maybe kids are very relevant, or maybe you already have kids with this person. Or, kids could be like literal, or it could also mean like a metaphor. For many of you, I am strongly getting here in the present moment, you're definitely healing yourself. There could be someone that possibly may enter into your life other than your twin flame that you already have in connection with. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, doesn't have to be. But I feel like that what you really are, you really see yourself being in union and having family with your twin flame only. Like that's what you are really seeing. That's what you are manifesting and healing. On an energetic level, when you have that cord between you and your twin flame, there is a cord that goes. When you heal your end of the stick, your side of the story, your end, energetically, that's going to create some sort of a resonance in an energetic field. And I feel like somebody here is going to realize that they need to make an offer, and that is your twin flame, okay? A love offer coming in all of a sudden, but it's coming to a point where you feel seem to be very disconnected. I don't see this as necessarily you like being like, oh, I'm walking away, I don't want this twin flame of mine. You're just disconnecting and you're actually embodying this very neutral energy. So the Ace of Cups is clarified by the Five of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Chariot. You have the Cancer energy here, and you have the Fool at the bottom of the deck. So, and then the Six of Swords. There is definitely a desire here for a brand new beginning, and this has a lot to do with leaving the past hurdles behind. In the past, you and your twin flame had arguments, conflicts, misunderstandings, maybe fights for some of you. Maybe there was also other people involved, possibly third-party situations involved or other external circumstances that were affecting. Also in the past, for many of you, you might have encountered some financial difficulties with this person. Maybe you were the one who was constantly trying to help this person, right? Your twin flame. And right in the near future, I do see here your twin flame coming forward to you. This is an action-oriented card, dear Cancer. Maybe dealing with Cancer, dear Virgo. And this is talking about leaving the past behind and moving forward, okay? So with the Chariot, this is about determination. It talks about willpower. I also feel like here your twin flame might have struggled in the past with a lot of like hot temperament, could have been also financial irresponsibility, and that's something that they're also working on as well. Now, while your twin flame is in this process of wanting to reach out to you, you're very much detached and disconnected, and that's kind of part of the secret of the manifestation. Detachment is key. I always say that. You're not sitting there and waiting for someone, anybody, twin flame, soulmate, anyone to make you happy. You create your own happiness. The Eight of Cups is clarified by the Death, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles, and the Strength at the bottom of the deck. Leo energy, or you have some Leo in your birth chart. I feel like you're transmuting and you're transforming your constant on and off energy and just constantly going back and forth. And as a Virgo, I know that you might overthink a lot. You may overanalyze about this situation a lot, but that's actually going to change in the near future. For many of you, I am seeing here, dear Virgo, the idea of family, the concept of family, and how you see yourself being with this person in the near future. When it comes to marriage and commitment and family, that's something that's going to transform. You're going to be very detached. There is a very strong detachment. It's like almost that chasing energy is like dying within you. Doesn't mean you stop loving this person. It just means that you're really embodying this very confident version of you, and you know what you want in love. You know that this person that's coming towards you, I feel like they're very determined. There is a lot of maturity that's going to happen. Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups, it really does talk about the transition. It talks about the growth that they're going to have. The Knight of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Swords, Six of Cups, and the Empress. Taurus energy, Queen of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. So there is definitely this person coming around. This person is coming back, okay, which is your twin flame with the Six of Cups. And when they come back, I feel like there is going to be a very clear, crystal clear, face-to-face conversation that's going to happen. Look, with the Knight of Wands, yeah, they're coming in because they want to work things out with you, Virgo. You see what I'm saying? So you have the Fool, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. This is talking about cooperation and collaboration and wanting to work something out with you. For many of you, I do see here even you receiving an apology here and, you know, the confession. But this is somebody, this person has a hard time of like actually confessing and really being very honest with what is it that's on their mind a lot of times. But I think they know that they have no other choice, because the challenge here is the Seven of Swords. They have no other choice. If they really, really want to be with you, they need to be super honest and extremely honest with you. Okay, so there is the energy that they're coming back is with the Empress energy, which is about actually like nurturing Mother Nature, taking care, and wanting to really help this relationship to evolve and to grow. Now, let's get the advice and see what is it that you need to know. And at the bottom of the deck, as you can see with the Eight of Wands, that is talking about incoming communication. So let's get the advice, dear Virgo. So you have the Justice, the Seven of Cups, and the Moon. Whatever it is that you have been worried about, I think things are going to start getting clear. You know, the Moon here talks about that you might still have a lot of anxiety, Seven of Cups, a lot of uncertainty, but look at the Justice standing in the middle, right? This is talking about you, and as an advice also, being that version of you that you've always envisioned, right? Not holding back, not just shrinking yourself because you feel like, oh, what if I say something and it makes this person go away? I do genuinely believe that when you stand on your ground and you really face these fears, because there is a lot of anxiety and a lot of fears that you have internally with the moon, but I think these are going to start looking finally good and balanced because you seem to be really stepping into your power and clearing the air. 2020 also on the timer. So for many of you, either met this person in 2020 or something very significant of 2020, you do want to clear the air and you want to make sure that when I say this person is your twin flame. So for a lot of you with your twin flame, this has a lot to do with clearing the air because there is some things here that with this person, with your twin flame, you just couldn't really figure out in the past. But I think that as they come forward and they confess, there is something here that is going to be revealed. Just make sure with the justice that you are also being fair to yourself, that you are being fair to what you truly want and not shrinking yourself. Now, let's get your relationship advice for you and see what is it that you need to know from the wisdom of the oracle message. What is the important message for the twin flame as the relationship advice? Time for a nap, 24. Okay, so time for a nap, 24, and we're gonna see what is the message here for you. What is the relationship message? So 24, Boston, 24. Okay, so when it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. This has a lot to do with you, like I said, in your near future, okay, of you just being in this disconnected and detached energy, not forcing anything, not trying to do anything. Just allow things to unfold naturally, as I said earlier, when they come forward to dear Virgo and they express. Because you know it's about time, but it's also about patience. And it's also about you just kind of focusing on what matters to you and allowing your twin flame to come and say whatever they got to say. I think they really want to clear the air and talk to you very clearly and make things clear. So dear Virgo, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. I hope that this reading helped and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Love you so much. Bye.